No any country in the world is better without mastering these things. I should tell you, talk about something is cheap, but doing is very expensive. As a country, Malawi has been talking about the need to become upper income economy, and we have been always talking about it. Very reminded of the Vision 2020, which failed to become a reality in this country. Now we have another better vision, very brilliant vision, which is Malawi's growth and development agenda of year 2063. But let me tell you, this is just a talk as well, very cheap. Good policies on paper, good dreams on paper. But as a country, we miss opportunity big time. Let me tell you, with the Vision 2020, Malawi was about to become rich, economic growth, good education, technological advancement, better education, better and transformed economy, good mining. Malawi was about to become rich, but unfortunately, we missed the opportunity. We lost because we did not achieve the Vision 2020 of Malawi. And today, we are hearing about countries like Rwanda, Kenya, Tanzania, that are using the same vision of Malawi's 2020 vision. And their countries are doing better than Malawi. Like Rwanda is doing better. If you go to Rwanda, Kigali, you'll be surprised. It's well developed and the city very well planned. It looks like Europe. Tanzania, they're transforming the country and it's beautiful now. You go to Tanzania, you'll be surprised to see as well that Tanzania, Dar es Salaam is very beautiful, advanced, and they are even developing Dodoma as the capital city of Tanzania. Actually, the capital city of Tanzania is Dodoma now. And Dodoma is developing better than Lilongwe and Blantyre. Why Malawi is failing? Kenya is way advanced. We haven't done much. So the Vision 2020 failed. And now we have Malawi's economic and development goals targeting the year 2063. Is this going to be achievable? We must know there are things that we should do as a country in order to really see realistic goals of our nation. Talking is more cheap than doing. Let me tell you, if we are not going to be doing whatever we're saying, forget about development of our nation. If we keep on talking and with zero implementation, Malawi will be a flop again by the year 2063. As we are currently seeing what we are doing as a nation in terms of development, I am not shameful to say that little is being done so that as a country we can develop. We're not doing much. There's little that is being done. We are not doing enough. Agriculture is already a failure in this country. We are using maize from Zambia in order to improve our agricultural system as far as food availability is concerned. Mining is a big failure already in this country. This is very true because Karekera has been another disastrous mining example of Malawi. If you talk about education, our education is teaching people not to be intelligent or to use their intelligence, but it is making us dull. Ask any person who is educated in Malawi, is more dull now because our education has pacified us, has weakened us. Our intellectual capacity has been reduced to non-importance because our education is more concerned about passing examination. But as far as practical experience of what we are doing is concerned, we are very useless as a nation. We are good at imparting knowledge, but this knowledge, it's just for memory's sake. It is not about daily living, like what actually is Malawi all about, because what we are doing in our families at the household level, that is what is supposed to be taught at school. We are doing cooking every day. We need to dress. We need to teach ourselves how to make our own crops. We need to teach ourselves how to make our own food. We need to teach ourselves how to build our own houses, not to import things that we need on a daily basis as a country. Because we're importing everything. And if you'd like to buy something in this country for basically building life, like a foundation of a life, basically we need to have a house, we need to have food. And these things are very expensive in this country because we import them. So what are we doing? Are we the tables that we're using in our houses, the fridges, the cookers, the television, the radios, the phones that we're using, all these things are imported. The clothes and the beddings that we're using, we all import all these things and they're very expensive and we don't have them enough. We keep on using things that are already worn out because we cannot replace them with the new ones. As the country is not making these things on its own, we're importing. So where is the power of education when we can even import our own underwears? When even we can import our own food we are eating? When even we can import the soap, the oil, mafuta timayuza. We're importing everything. Forget about Malawi developing if we don't embrace practical ability of doing things at the schools, teaching our children how to handle practical realities of things that we do every day in our families. Are we together? How much are we spending on things that we're importing in this nation? A lot of money. That's why there is no even balanced economy. Say like import are not equal to exports. Because we import much, we export little. So there is no equilibrium. There is no balance of payment. Malawi is getting poorer. But if we import zero and we export more, the economy will begin to grow. And these visions that we have, you see them getting achieved. Are you hearing me? I'm trying to explain to you how we can overcome poverty. So currently as a country, we are on another path to a big failure of not achieving Malawi goals of development and industrialization by year 2063. It may look like it's very far, 2063, but it's not. We are very close to it. We need to make sure that right now we are doing something seriously in order to achieve the goals that we want. Mining, it should not just be a good paperwork. It must be translated into a reality that can bring benefits to Malawians. We should make sure that we as a nation are accumulating welfare, not poverty, because we have been accumulating poverty because of borrowing. We already know that the domestic debt in Malawi is in trillions, equal to our gross domestic product. How can we develop if we have more debt than our gross domestic product? It means Malawians are very poor. But all this, it's because of the government approach on how to end hunger, how to end poverty. Many Malawians are capable to work very hard to change their lives. But the government has been a problem because we have got people who are much more interested about their own lives. Is evident enough through corruption that is taking place in this country. This is very challenging. We need to know that Malawi has got all things that are needed for this nation to become developed. We just need to begin to utilize them for the betterment of all Malawians. It's so sad that Malawians are taken for granted. We are not empowering them. We are not building the lives of Malawians. We are making Malawians more poor every day. Things are very expensive in Malawi. What about sugar? What about soap? What about cooking oil? What about flour? What about meat, eggs? Everything is expensive in this country. How do you expect Malawians to be happy when things they need are not affordable? They're struggling to get these basic things because we are, as politicians, destroying the economy. And what we think is about politics too much. We don't think about the lives of the people. So let's embrace only production in this country in order to develop. Production, it means we need to be productive. Whether it's road construction, we need to be more productive about it. Whether it's mining, farming, agriculture, food availability, we need to be more practical. We need to be doing these things. Let's not make profits on Malawians, because we have got companies in this country who are making profits on Malawians. I'm not saying that we should not make profit, but do not exploit Malawians. Let's make sure that we are building this nation together so that all Malawians should be happy in this country. Not you getting more richer than anybody else when many Malawians are poorer. So who's going to buy you? And when the economy is not balanced, when we have too much rich people when we've got a few rich people and we've got too much poor people in the country, then what kind of economy is that? What kind of country is that? Malawi will remain poorer if we keep on doing these things that we've been doing. The Vision 2020 failed. And so we have got the Vision in 2063. This can be a second failure of visions in Malawi if we are not serious as a country. Let's make sure that we're doing things in order to make sure that Malawians are benefiting. Malawians are improving. Because poverty, it must be reduced in the lives of the people. Not on the paper, not just merely talking about it, but Malawians should be experiencing nationwide. Everybody else to experience change in his life or her life. We must be experiencing prosperity. We must be seeing that the lives of the people are getting better. We all Malawians are equally developing and improving. That's how we can end poverty. But this thing of saying we are reducing poverty when it's just about a paper talk, thing that is dangled on the paper, that is not the reality of what people are passing through. We can do better as a nation to end poverty so that the visions that we have can become achievable. It is possible. Our country is ours. Let's love it. Let's build it. We have to come together and be more productive. Talking is cheap, but doing is very expensive. We must make sure that we are doing whatever we say, so that as a country we can develop. Stop talking. All Malawians should come together to build our nation. Irrespective of your education, career, status, we're all one. We're all Malawians. We want to make our country to be better for our children. Thank you. Have a very good day. Bye-bye.